What's up, y'all? It is your girl, hashtag JLone. And I have not been on Facebook in a while. This whole stay at home and, teach your kids. I mean, we got Zoom teaching. We got Zoom practices for soccer. I mean, we've become as parents a teacher / coach / employees, and it's just a lot to deal with. And I wanted to get on here because I get a lot of inboxes, a lot of questions. There's a lot of stuff going on in the market today, and I think that people have a lot of questions about what's going on. But the biggest thing I wanted to talk about is rates are still really good. And obviously, if your rate is in the 4s or 5s or even 6s, you really need to talk about maybe refinancing your loan. It's a great time still to purchase as well. And obviously there's restrictions there, and there's maybe some fear about going into homes, but I think that there's ways that can get done and be safe. But the biggest thing is, obviously, I like to have a little bit of fun before I get into all the business, right? So I've been sitting at home and I've been thinking of, I always try to take songs and make them mine. And so we're going to have a little fun before we get into talking about questions that you may have on here. So do y'all remember that song, Ice, Ice, Baby? All right. So I made that kind of myself. I haven't gotten far, but I'm going to give y'all just a little bit, okay? All right, so it says, all right, stop. Check your rates and listen. JLone's back with a brand new edition. so that's as far as I got on that song, okay? That's one. That's my first song. So then my second song, I made it up today. And, the song says, when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Come on, everybody. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? JLone, JLone, JLone. JLone's always talking about home loans. JLone. So yes, I make myself laugh. But anyways, all right, back to business. So the biggest thing right now is I'm getting phone calls about the what's going on the servicing side. And a lot of people are calling me and saying, what can I do? So the first thing, I want to make sure that you understand that a lot of what you see and what people are posting is not always accurate information about possibly getting 3, 4, 5, 6 months of no mortgage payments. The biggest suggestion that I could give you is that you need to call your servicer and you need to explain to your servicer what is going on. And if you rightfully, and I stress the word, if you rightfully cannot pay your mortgage, then you need to call for your service. You need to talk to your servicer, okay? But if you can pay your bills and pay your mortgages, please pay them. And let me tell you the difference between a forbearance and what a deferment is. So typically on a forbearance, they will give you a certain period of time off, but the minute, let's just say 3 months, the minute that 4th month comes, you have to pay all 3 months plus your 4th month on that day. Now, I don't know many people that can pay 4 mortgage payments in 1 month. And I'm not saying this is everyone's situation, but from friends that are calling me from all around, whether that's in Colorado, California, it doesn't matter where they're from. When they've talked to their servicer, the forbearance that they're offering is just that. It's not, hey, we're going to add it to the end, or we're not going to charge you interest. It's not that. They literally are telling them that they'll give them 3 months of no payments, but then on that 4th month, they have to make all 4 payments or then enter into a modification. And this is where the problem comes in at. When I first got in the business in 2006, modifications were huge. And what would happen is, in order to qualify for a modification, you had to prove that your loan needed to be modified either through death, divorce, job loss. And the number one thing that a lender would ask you is, well, we haven't seen that you missed any mortgage payment. So until you miss a payment, we cannot modify your mortgage. Now, I'm talking about in 2006, 2007. The problem that comes in is that everyone is not guaranteed to be approved for a modification. So if they tell you that you have to qualify then for a modification, but you have to miss a payment or 2, what if you don't qualify for that modification? Now you've just, for lack of a better word, jacked up your credit. Your credit score drops, and now you can't even think about refinancing. So really understand that there's a lot of not good information out there. People have read some things and are spreading wrong information. And I'm trying to spread as much good information as I can. As you know, I'm all about education and really just providing you with information. So if you want to know more because you rightfully cannot make your mortgage payment, please call and talk with your servicer. But make sure that you understand the terms and the difference between forbearance and the difference between deferment. 2 totally different things. So make sure you understand what your terms are so that when it is time to start making payments, you do not put yourself or your family in a financial situation that you cannot pay your mortgage or risk the chance of losing your home. Okay, so if you have questions on that, please let me know. Okay, on another side, it's such a great time to refinance. We're all home. Open up your mortgage statements. Okay, take a look at what your rate is, and don't be fearful to make a phone call to even see, can you qualify to save money on a loan. I'm going to open up a loan, and obviously I can't show you the client's name nor discuss an interest rate, but this is a loan that I quoted today on a refinance, and I really want you to see the savings or the possible savings that this borrower could have if they chose to refinance. And there's a lot of situations that are going on just like this. If you bought your home 13 years ago, 10 years ago, your mortgage payment is based on that large lump sum that you financed at that time. So if you can refinance at the lower amount that you now owe plus lower interest rates, you are saving money over the life of your loan. And you don't always have to start over at a 30-year. You can do a 15 or a 20 or off years like 20, 23, anything of that sort. So as soon as I'll get this loan open, hopefully I can turn this camera around and show you. You know I'm not good at the camera when it comes to turning it around. But it's a great time. So take a look at your mortgage statement. Once again, it's not about me. No matter where you are, you need to look at your mortgage statement. But if you're in Texas and in Florida, of course, I'd like to be the lender of choice to really take a look at what your mortgage is. So I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to just make sure that I don't show any client information. But where is it? Okay. Do y'all see this right here? This is what the borrower is paying right now. And this is what the borrower could go down to. So I don't know if you all see this savings that this borrower can have because she got her loan on a down payment assistance program. And at the time, the rate was higher than it is now. And this refinance could save her $281 a month. Okay, so I don't know how many people can say, oh no, I don't want to save $281 a month. because we see now in a time like this where savings is really important. And it's not just about your home loan, it's about padding your savings account to reach your 3 to 6 months financial goals of all your bills in your house. You're supposed to try to save that in a savings account for times like this. Now, I'm 41. I've never in my life experienced what we're going through today. But I feel really bad for the people that are not able to save or have no savings and work week to week, because it's times like this where your restaurant workers, your gyms, all of your small businesses that can't make their money the way that they used to. What do they do if you don't have a padded savings? So I ask you to take a look at your mortgage, not just for that monthly savings. It's taking that monthly savings and now taking that monthly savings and putting it in a savings account or a home account or emergency account to build that up so that if something like this happens, because you and I both don't know how long this is going to last. There are going to be some people who unfortunately may lose their homes. There are fortunately going to be people that can't pay their bills and their credit's going to get shot. There are going to be people that's going to happen. How do we prevent this from continuing to happen? So the benefits of refinancing: one, hopefully you lower your interest rate. Otherwise, what's the purpose, right? This is also a great time to still cash out on some equity in your home. So if you have equity in your home and you still have your job, obviously we need income to qualify you. Maybe you can help pay down some debt consolidation at still great rates. That's always a benefit. And as always, I know it's not really a benefit. You pay your mortgage in the arrears. So if you make a payment for July, you're actually paying for June. So when you refinance on a home, you actually skip 1 month's payment, technically. So if you close in April, your first payment is not till June 1st. So what would that May not making that payment do for your family? At this time, that is a financial benefit. It's not a selling point, but it is definitely a financial benefit. So I ask you guys just to kind of take a look around. I'm still trying to have tons of fun and enjoy the moment. I don't think because we have a lot of kids and our schedules are kind of like all over the place. So it's like from the minute I get home, my husband and I, we're switching, and he takes one kid to practice. I take one kid to practice. One kid, we're kind of like, how do we do this? So we try to monitor their sports. This has been the first time in a long time that I have spent so much time with my kids. I'm working from home. We're homeschooling. And I think it's very important for us to enjoy the moment. It's not all bad, right? Because as soon as this is over, we go back to that crazy schedule, long hours, long weekends, rushing to get home for dinner, homework, and back to that life. So I think there's some enjoyment that does come from me being able to spend these special moments with our kids during this time. So if you all have any questions, as always, reach out to me. Come here. I'm on live. This is one of my princesses right here. Say hi, Princess Jazzy.
Hello.
Smile. You look too serious. Okay. There's Princess Jazzy. This is J-Lo #1. That's my first baby girl right here. So yeah, I mean, we're just enjoying moments and, trying to keep the kids in line and still trying to press forward and encourage people to do right and praying for people, including ourselves. I mean, mortgage industry has been all over the place. And another thing that's important to talk about is how the guidelines are changing. So when things like this are happening, a lot of lenders are changing their credit score requirements. So if you have lower scores, the likelihood of you getting a loan now or a lender even working with you is slim to none. And then your rates are going to be even higher at that. So more than ever, it's a great time to work on your credit. I've done several videos on tips on how to improve your scores and how to get you in a better financial situation, Because you got to remember, credit scores don't just affect your mortgage rates. It affects your insurance rates. It affects everything that you do, from car interest rates, your homeowner's insurance. All of that stuff matters on credit. So while you have the time now, maybe go back, watch some of my videos on helpful tips to get your credit scores up, because I promise you right now it is so hard to get you qualified. And then over the weekend, I'm not sure of all the changes yet, but Fannie Mae's making some changes. Freddie Mac is probably soon to follow. But reserve requirements, which means the money you have in your bank account after you close a loan, they're requiring that more and more. So if you're depleting all of your assets to close on your loan, and you don't have a strong file with a strong history, strong scores, strong assets, you could probably not qualify for that loan where you could have before. So once again, I'm trying to give you some information here that we're going to be through some tough times. There's going to be some programs that are taking away. We too have had programs taken away here so far. But like I said, we have to take the good with the bad. And I take it with, maybe it's just not the time, but what can we do to help you improve your scores, improve your assets? So when the time is right, remember, it's not our timing. It's only one person that has timing, and that's God. Okay, so when the timing is right for you to purchase or buy, you're going to purchase or buy. But don't forget to take the steps necessary to do that. So I don't see any questions. Y'all are always so quiet on here. Let's see who's on here. Let me see. Tell them, Jay. What's up, Mandy? CJ, Rose? All my peeps on here. Talk about your girl, J Lone. What's up, Rosa? Let's see. Bill Elkins. What's up, man? Tommy Jones? Debbie? I have a lot of people. Gabby, what's going on? A lot of my realtor friends on here. Do you guys have any questions that maybe I can answer in regards to what is going on in the mortgage industry? And, you know, like I said, rates are all over the place. And I think that you shouldn't play the market at all. We have seen in the past 4 weeks, literally in the amount of a day, rates go from, you know, estimated 3.25 to the next day they jump to 4.75. There was 1 week where government loans were all in the 4s and the 5s, and then they came back down. Don't play the market, guys. Just don't do it. If you see the financial savings, stop saying, well, what if rates get lower? The question is, what if rates get higher and you miss out on the opportunity to take the savings? Don't play the market. We're not in Vegas. We're not gambling here. If you can save $200, $300, $150, whatever your family needs a month, who cares that a month from now rates can go down again? They could go up again, and then what do? You know, we've all done it. We go in the store, we buy the fancy dress, the fancy shoes, or our suit jacket, whatever we want, and we go in there and we spend all this money, and then a week later we go in there and they have it on sale. And the first thing we say is, damn, I should have waited. But at the same time, I looked good in that dress, in those shoes, and so did you. So I don't regret waiting a week because I needed it at that moment. And right now, people need to take a look at your mortgage, at your finances, and let's just see if there's a way that we can help you. So of course, it's your girl, #JLone. I promise I will try to make more videos. As you can see, it's kind of quiet right now. But during the day, it's too hectic for me to do videos because of homeschool, and then Zoom. My phone is occupied with Zoom coaching. It's just kind of all over the place. So it's just best for me to kind of do it at nighttime, or maybe really, really early when they don't wake up. So if you guys don't have any questions, I would appreciate if you can do a couple of things. One, like it. And then of course, share the video. Like it and share the video. Someone needs to hear all, if not some, of this information. Once again, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Take a look at your mortgage, see if you can refinance. If you were considering buying and you still have your full-time job and things are not changing for you that you see right now, then it's time for you to take a look at these rates that are available for you to lock in at right now. And that just takes a phone call. We have offices all over the place. But again, if you're in Texas or Florida, your girl J-Lone would love to help you. And feel free to reach out to me at the J-Lone or the J-Lone, because everybody's like, what? It's the J-Lone or the THE J-Lone at gmail.com. And of course, you always have the right to call me on my cell phone, which is 817-601-5456. I forgot to tell y'all, Superwoman, I know y'all see the crutches in the back. And I can't seem to get rid of these crutches because I go from one sport to the next sport. And it doesn't matter because I'm so competitive. I get hurt all the time because I just don't know how to play to lose. I mean, who plays to lose? So I didn't break it. I fractured my fibula. So look what I'm back in. I'm back in the boot, y'all. And if y'all know me very well, you know that I sincerely hate with a passion not being able to do what I do. So, as my grandma would say, it was the push-up t-shirt thing that got me, because in Spanish it's called el mal de ojo, right? And that means that people give you the bad eye, okay? So I don't know who out there were like, oh, she could do that? Man, I wish she would just fall down and break her foot. Somebody did this to me. I'm just kidding, y'all. Y'all have to understand, my grandma, she is superstitious as all. And she will say, you're not supposed to tell people that. You're not supposed to do this because people are going to give you el mal de ojo. And anybody who's on here who's Spanish or Puerto Rican knows exactly what that means. But I'll bounce back. It's all good. So anyways, if you guys have any questions about mortgages, always just inbox me, text me, or give me a call and we'll discuss it. No shame, no anything. I make no judgments, no anything. I just really want to help provide education and help you with your home loan or your families or your friends or whoever it may be. Hey, John. Hey, Miss Nuts. So I see a whole bunch of you on here. Hey, Christina. So I just want to give all of my shout outs on here. And man, I don't know what else to say. What else can we talk about, Jazzy?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. She don't know. Look at my long leg Lou. Say hey, Faye.
Hello.
All right, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to your girl. It's your girl, #JLone. And I'd love to talk to you. Bye-bye.